All right, we're rolling. Jon Benditz, how you doing, man?
Good, man. Good to be here, Joey.
I'm glad you're here, man. So go ahead and introduce yourself
Yeah.
and tell everybody where you were born and raised and all that good stuff.
Sounds good. We got 3 hours? No. No, just kidding.
However long you want to go.
I don't like to talk that much, but my name is Jon Benditz. I've been in Cleburne for a little over 8.5 years now, but I originally come from a town called Batavia outside of Chicago, Illinois, about an hour west. And I grew up there pretty much my whole life. High school, all that fun stuff, a little bit of community college, and that's where I worked majority of my life in the print industry there. Growing up it was cold, Chicago.
The Windy City.
Hey, Chicago's like one place that could be colder than Mars and hotter than Arizona. Hell on earth, if you have to. But no, it was pretty quiet childhood. I didn't do too much. I didn't get all the fun stuff that y'all had here in Texas. Never really did a lot of sports. If I would have grown up here, I think I would have tried. But back home, I tried. What was it? Middle school, 7th grade. Tried out for basketball, and go up to the sheets afterwards. All the people that made the cut, and my buddy's like, "Oh yeah, we made it, cool." I came back the next day. Coaches, why are you here? I remember that clear as day.
Man.
And it's like, oh man, I was so sad. But it's okay. That ended my sports career completely. I didn't even try anything after that. But no, high school is good. That's really where I really got into my career, actually, for being in print. I spent a lot of time down in our graphics department, and it's been a part of my life. I mean, ink literally on my skin. I grew up playing with ink on the press, and it was such a good time, such a good class where I met a lot of good friends. And I wasn't the best at school. I hated homework. I hated tests. I was horrible at them. Really, that's
Same,
what it was.
Same, brother, same.
My senior year, I had the easiest year. It was awesome. I had peer tutoring for the first block. We had the 4 classes a day, peer tutoring, and then the second block was my 2 required classes, government and then consumer ed. Third block was graphics, and then fourth block was peer tutoring. Both of those peer tutoring, I went to graphics, so I was down there, 3/4 of the whole year, whole semester. I ended up graduating early, surprisingly. And went working full time in print. I'd started when I was a junior, actually, but worked for that company. The first part was about 12 years. Went to another company, but then ended up going back for another about 3. And then that's when I went in and said, I need to move to Texas. I want to move to Texas. I had first visited here in 2010. My best friend lives down here, and I came to visit. And I was like, first trip, I'm like, I fell in love with this state. Like, holy crap. That was in 2010, I think it was.
Nice.
It took 7 years to move here, but I did it.
That's all right. It takes time.
Oh, man, it was, it took some time. But before I moved, though, I got into Krav Maga. And I was a big guy. I mean, I can find a picture and share it. I mean, I'm a big guy now. I've always been a big guy, but I was just huge. And I needed a way to lose weight. And I hated running. I think too much. I'm in my brain too much, in my mind too much, or just overall think too much. And so I found Krav. And it was so intense and so painful that I didn't have a chance to think about anything.
Yeah.
I remember my first class. I didn't throw up, but I was damn near close. And but I kept coming back, kept going back, more and more and more and more. And I really needed it. It in a way, I feel like I wasn't depressed or anything, but I feel like it saved my life health-wise, and really just opened myself up to martial arts.
Yeah.
I didn't think about martial arts before that. I think I learned about Krav from movies or TV shows. I'm like, that sounds cool. Let's do this. Let's get my ass kicked. But I tried it and I stuck with it. And to the main instructor there, I became really good friends with. And one of the last couple months I was there, they had me work with this lady. And she had gone through hell. Her ex had damn near beaten her to death. And her son had joined up because he wanted to go into the police force. Like, he wanted to protect his mom. The coolest kid, big time squirrel. I got hit in the face so many times from this kid, but it was awesome that he was there.
Yeah.
Because he just wouldn't listen. He would go so fast, but he did so good. And I kind of want to know. I actually didn't check back. I don't know if he's on the police force. It'd be good to know. But his mom came in to try class, and she had a service dog, and one of her friends was there with her. And my friend came over, Megan. She's like, I'm going to have you work with her tonight. You're not going to do much, but work with her. Okay. And, Krav, a full class, if you are pushing as hard as you can, you've hit 900 calories burned. It's a lot more than running.
Oh, sure.
And you sweat. You already sweat like crazy, but
Yes, I do.
I didn't sweat at all that class. And it was still the most inspiring class ever because I'm working with this lady that went through literal hell, and I've got to work with her to find a way of literally putting my hands to not actually punch her, but with holding the pad to be able to do that. And she doesn't, freak out. And like we were there emotionally, supporting her. Like, you got this. I'm going to go as slow as possible so I can, I'm just barely going to touch the pad. Even that, she had to take a break. I was like, okay, you do you. Come back when you're ready. She came back. She kept coming back. She eventually let me, she's like, do a little harder. Okay, do a little harder. And it kept doing that. Worked into the technique of the night, which was the front choke. I'm like, of all nights, this is going to be really tough. And so we worked we always teach, you want to practice correctly. You want to, be a good bad guy. Mm-hmm. You don't want to be on just someone's shoulders. Yeah. You'll take a shoulder rub all day. We started there, though. And I worked really, just got my hands close. I never fully grabbed her neck. I didn't want to do that. But we got to the point where my hand was like this, which was a lot for her to get there. But she would go through the motions. She'd take a quick 30-second break, come back, and just go with it. And then I got her talking. Just talk about whatever. Not about your past, but just talk. By the end of the class, we have a full endurance drill that's 1 minute solid as hard as you can go. This lady hit so hard with smiles on her face. And it was like such a proud moment to get her there. And then she let me do a little bit of power towards the pad. And she just said, go, harder, harder. At one point she stepped back. I'm like, okay, I'll go down a little bit. But she did it. And it was like, we didn't do a hug. We didn't want to get that close, but just a fist bump. And the class was done and she was still smiles. And I was like, holy crap.
That's awesome.
I made it through, helping her get, around some of these blocks that have been in her mind for years at that point, from what I understand. And I went over to my friends, and I remember, I'm fighting back tears, you assholes. That was the coolest thing they could have ever done for me, because it sparked for, okay, I need to do this instructor stuff. So I moved to Texas. April of 2017. And I took my instructor course May of 2017. And I knew it was meant to be because my sister lived in Alabama at the time. And the test was 10 minutes from her place.
Oh, nice.
Had a place to stay, made it a little cheaper, but I got to see my sister I hadn't seen in a while. And so went to do the test, and being friends with the instructors, we all give each other crap all the time. And they all told me, we were always the highest ranking test. You better keep that. I was like, oh, crap. Okay. They were giving me crap through the whole test, or through the whole, it's a 3-day weekend. Your level 1 instructor course for USKMA, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Friday, Saturday, going for about 8.5 hours. Sundays, pretty close to that. But you have to do a full 1-hour test after you're exhausted.
Yeah.
Through all those days. You're not just learning how to do technique. You are learning how to do classes over and over and over. You're burning calories left and right. And it hurts. Went to do the test and just destroyed it. Sent the picture of the team. I'm like, told you I could do it. I got the top score. I felt so good about that. And they're like, yeah, we knew you could do it. Okay. But from there, I kept going, kept training, kept practicing. I was definitely in the best shape of my life at that point. I had nothing to do but Krav and work, and just kept going and worked my way up to. We had an instructor test every 4 to 5 months at that point, and you get to the point where there's 5 levels, and then you're invited to black belt. Not everyone gets to do it. You're invited to black belt, and it's such a fun weekend. You're pretty much doing your level 5 test, and then you're going over curriculum to just know if you make it there. Going for black belt test, one of the most painful things I ever did, but one of the most exhilarating too. I mean, it was about 7 hours. We started with, it was about 45 minutes of sparring, and then there was like I think another 20 to 30 in the middle, and another 30 at the end. The only breaks you had, go put your pads on, get a bite of banana or something like that, and get back on the floor. I mean, you're going and going and going. But we all made it. There was 27 of us that took the test that day.
Oh, wow.
And everyone kicked ass. So it was an honor to be there with all of these people, learning to, or I learned with, that I started with, because at that point I'm in Texas. And by the time black belt happened, that was 2019. I'd already been down there a couple of years. I got to go back and take the test with everyone that I started with from Illinois. So it was kind of a cool, full round. Just bringing everyone back together to test and finish what we started. And then the shit hit the fan.
Yeah,
COVID.
2020.
I had plans and I had thoughts of starting a gym, and July 1st, July 31st, 2020, I opened my doors. That was interesting, but it was so good. It was so fun. People were ready to get back. I mean, it was so different here than compared to anywhere else. People were ready to get back. And I mean, it was quite a few students to start ready to go. Like it was like paying for itself. I never took a check. I never took a paycheck. I always put it back into the gym or gave it back to the community. Yeah. And it was my way of kind of giving back. But it was just right off the bat, we just kept going, go, 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 go. And which was, it was, I felt, being able to do that, I was definitely lucky. Because there were other Krav gyms that had to close that we knew of. And
there was lots of gyms had to close.
Horrible. Yeah, I felt so bad. So it was just kind of like, got to keep going for them to, fight the man.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so that was kind of the journey to get to opening and teaching and being able to help change lives, and that alone was worth it.
Yeah, I know that's when I met you. I think it was just like July of 2021. It was July or August. I don't remember which month.
It was about a year after I opened.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was right after a year. And I'd done Krav before at a different gym. I was just tired of driving 45 minutes to go to the gym, and then 45 minutes home. Not getting home till like 9 o'clock at night, 9:30 at night.
Yeah.
So when you opened up and I heard about you, I was like, oh, nice. And you were a mile down the road from my house. It was super easy.
Exactly. Yeah, it was the perfect place, the perfect situation. Rent was cheap, and it was so fun. It was great to be there. Met so many people, good friends now, and just different people around the community. And I still get getting to the point where around 23, I actually closed the doors because my daughter was born, and it was a hard choice, but it was an easy one at the same time. I was teaching so much that if I would have kept doing that, I feel like I would have lost connection with my daughter.
Yeah.
So it sucked, but at the same time, I've got this awesome little human being running after that's daddy's girl.
She is so damn cute too, man.
Oh man. But yeah,
that was good times, man. I met a lot of people that I'm still, good friends with. I met Dale there, and we're still good buddies.
Yeah.
And I really do miss it. It was great. You had me teaching there for a little bit as well. I enjoyed doing that. That was a lot of fun. I learned a lot of stuff from you. One thing I did learn from you too is you can kick like a damn mule.
I've always prided myself on kicks.
You get me to go up there and hold the pads, and we're doing roundhouse kicks, like leg kicks and stuff, and I was always cringing, like, oh, okay.
That's a way to torture, and I'm not kicking Joey in the actual leg. He's holding a pad this thick, and it still hurt like hell.
I still had
that bruises. Was a good job, John.
Yeah, I could only take like 5 or 6 of it, and I'd be like, I can't. No, I gotta step out. I won't be able to put no weight on that leg.
Yeah. Had a couple others that it just I loved to always like pick on you guys and be like, I know you guys hate my knees or hate my legs, so let's do this. Yeah.
We had some good times there. I know that it wasn't just your daughter either that had you shut down the gym. I know that some things had changed and rent had gone up and
it was kind of the perfect time.
Yeah, it was like a whole mess of things that kind of just went on at the same time.
Yeah, it was like insurance, rent, and it was like a whole bunch. It was almost double of what I was paying. Yeah. It just came out of nowhere. So it was just kind of like, well, I had been thinking about it. I'm like, it's I want to be home. So I could have survived, but I'd have to cut down training to a lot. I mean, I kept it going. Like we went to the church. Pastor Mike from Bethel Temple let us use his church sometimes, and got to have a couple small classes here and there, and it was good. And then World Gym, they had me in there for a little bit they wanted a self-defense class, and a little harder there, but I think the next time I start to teach, which is hopefully end of this year, Q1 next year, and they're interested in having me back there, and I'm trying to help them promote getting like everyone there. The difference is, crowd, we're working as partners, we're beating the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
You go to a gym, you want to work by yourself.
Yeah.
You do group classes, but you're still working by yourself. The fact that you got to work with someone, I think that's the hard part that a lot of people see, and they were like, cool, what are they doing? That's great cardio, but do they want to work with someone? We had a couple of people that tried and they really enjoyed it, so that was fun. But I hope to go back there, and that'd be great teaching again. And
yeah, man.
Yeah.
So I know you said that your friend lived down here in Texas too. What else kind of inspired you to move down here besides that? Is it just like because we've been friends for years, and I've never actually heard the entire story before. So I'm really asking these questions because I don't know. Do you have family still back there and all that stuff?
Yep. Yeah. So my buddy lives down here. His name's Dustin. He I had a townhouse up north with a buddy of mine that we owned, and like it was one of those like 4 townhouses, and then we were the 2 in the middle, so we shared like that walkway entry. And we became best friends over, pretty quickly. He ended up moving to Ohio for work. We stayed in touch, and then he ended up moving back to down here. And then we'd always talked about, you got to check out Texas. You got to check out Texas. Finally came down, like, holy crap, this is amazing. But the first trip, flew down, and we drove pretty much right from the airport to his place, and then drove down to Killeen, Texas. And it was just a blast, just the 4 of us in the car. And then we finished the next day. We went to the Guadalupe. So first experience in Texas, I'm floating the Guadalupe. When you start, there's like you go to the left. If you go to the right, it's a little waterfall.
Yeah.
My dumbass went that way, and I had a full case of beer with me. I go over, beer falls over, and everyone came to help, like, get all the beers back, and you heard it's. I remember hearing like distinctly someone like, that must be a Yankee.
Yeah. Well.
Yep. We were there 6 hours for the float. I broke a toe.
Oh man.
Lost my sunglasses. Lost the flip flop. Bashed my head, like not super hard, but on a rock. When I slipped under the water, that was okay. And then the last part is like you got the white. There's like whitewater rafting. You're going down where it's like 6 feet deep, and then all of a sudden you're like going over. Or I'm helping my buddy's sister get back on the raft because she's drunk. We all were, but finally get back on the tube to make it down. And it's just like I was in so much pain, and then realized I never put sun lotion on my legs.
Oh no!
6 hours, July, Texas.
Did you blister?
Yeah. That was my second day here, and I was here for like 9-10 days. Wore shorts and no shoes for a whole week, and just lathered up in aloe. Yeah.
Goodness.
That was the first experience, but yeah, I was like, I came down here. I'm like, you know what? It felt like home. Like driving down the back roads of Cleburne, and people are just waving. I'm like, who's that? Oh,
yeah.
What? You just don't get that up north. And then I had my townhouse to work on selling with my old roommate, and finally got him to agree that we didn't want to be there anymore. He didn't want to be there anymore. Let's sell. Let's do it. Which was around 2015, and then I stayed with my parents for a year and a half. Excuse me, 2 years, and finally just pulled the trigger and moved. I was just like, I need to go. I need to do this. And my work, they were family. I was with them for like 15 years, and they were so good to me. They gave me an opportunity like when I was a junior in high school to start, and just kept me all those years. I was like, I want to move. I want to be down there. They let me work remote. They didn't have any remote work. They didn't want that, but they let me work remote for about 6 months. I mean, if it wasn't for them, I don't know if I could have done it because I had a paycheck just moving. Mm-hmm. Also, no state income tax down here. That was nice. It was just a bonus just to move. And then I found a job working remote for a software company in print as well. And I was only with them for about a year. And then I found my way to where I'm at now, a company called Page DNA. And I've always pestered them for jobs for years and years. And they're like, we're not going to hire you because you're with a customer. That would be like World War III, where we can't hire you. We can't take you away.
Yeah.
Well, I go to work for the enemy. And then they gave me a call like, we got a spot for you now. So, okay, cool.
Nice.
But yeah, I've been with them 8 years, April 1st. And it's been great. Love the company. But it was mostly to... sorry, to answer your question, I do have family back home. My parents are still there. My sister was in Alabama, but she just moved to Colorado. She wants to move back home. And still got cousins and family up there. My dad lives up in Wisconsin. Trying to always get them all to move here. I'm like, it's just better here. Come on down.
Right. Gotta love Texas, man. Texas is a good place.
I know, but yeah, it was home the first time I came here.
Yeah.
Felt so welcome. Like that whole week is just, I'll never forget that week. It was just.
Yeah, I'm pretty biased too because I've never lived anywhere else. So. I mean, I visited.
Don't live in Illinois.
I've been there once a long time ago, and it was funny. I was at Six Flags, and it was summertime.
Yeah.
And me coming from Texas, and it's August, and I was like, I brought nothing but shorts and T-shirts, and I was not aware that it gets down and like chilly at night, like in the 50s and stuff. So I had to go like buy a couple hoodies to make it through some of the evenings. But yeah, I remember being at Six Flags, standing in line, and dude, it was like 82 degrees that day, and people were just like, "Oh my god, it's so hot," and I'm like, "What a bunch." Of wusses, dude. Like right now, it's like 110. If I was at Six Flags in Texas,
Oh, I will always take the heat over the cold, and it's harder for my mom. Like she's got allergies and stuff, so for her to come down, and she doesn't fly, so she'd have to drive, it's like a 15, 16-hour drive. It's a long time, so I try to go back as home as much as possible, but it's tough.
Yeah, allergies here are no joke, man.
Mine got better moving here.
Really?
Yeah.
I've had them since I was a kid. I think the more that you get outside and get into it, it kind of sucks at first, but your body starts kind of getting used to it. But no matter what, man, like once or twice a year, allergies will flare up. I'll get a sinus infection.
Yeah.
It used to be a lot worse, but I feel like the older I'm getting, the better that they're getting.
Yeah. Yeah, my eyes would get so bad up north, they'd crack, literally.
Oh, man.
They'd have to go in with a scalpel and cut off the dead cells under. Oh, yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, I moved here, it stopped.
Goodness
Thank God.
Gracious. God, I couldn't handle that. But yeah, I'm the same way. I'd rather be in the heat than the cold.
Yeah.
Especially like working out. Man, when we were at the Krav gym and it was cold.
A little tough.
Like, God, I hated showing up because I knew as soon as I started sweating.
I tried to get it warm as possible in there. It was an old warehouse building, and we get the heater running for a while and turn it off, and yeah, it was cold.
Yeah, and you get, especially when you start sweating, it's just.
What was crazy it would be so hot there, but we were always in a lucky spot that I could open the back door and the front door, and it'd just be wind.
Yeah.
And then we had 3 of those huge fans just pretty much just circulating air that it was perfect. I mean, it could be 100 out and be 75, 80 in there.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I always enjoyed it.
Yeah, get people to sweat a little bit.
I could just look at the temperature outside and start sweating.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. How many shirts did you bring? 2 or 3 for each class?
Yeah, usually, especially if we had to roll. Like if we were rolling on the ground, I was like, I'm gonna do these people. I'd throw a sweatshirt on or something just so I wouldn't be dripping on people.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're also a blue belt in jiu-jitsu as well, aren't you?
Yes, and it's been a while since I've fully practiced. I've got a gym that I can go to out in Aledo. It's just trying to get time to plan, and I know we've talked about here in town, Rogue, just figuring out the time to do it. I know that's easy excuse, but work really has been pretty busy. The little one's got me busy, and then just home projects. Yay, adulting.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it was a whole new journey because Krav is exhausting in its own way. And then I started jiu-jitsu. I'm like, what the hell is this?
It's a whole different kind of cardio.
Okay, an awesome cardio. Everyone should try it. But yeah, I got up to blue belts under my old instructor, Mark, who now moved up to Chicago. Yeah, it's everyone should try Krav. Everyone. Everyone should learn jiu-jitsu. I love that police forces are starting to have their cops learn jiu-jitsu because whenever you see cops and they get in a struggle, it goes to the ground. Mm-hmm. Even then, there's stuff you can do in the air, or standing up. But I love that they're able to do that. For USKMA too, we also have a curriculum for law enforcement. Because what I teach you, I can't really teach a cop because they can't. We don't want them to go and do that on the street.
Yeah, because they can't do like rear naked chokes, which is stupid in my opinion. Because that's probably one of the safest ways to subdue somebody.
Oh yeah,
is choke them out. Because once they go out, they're out, handcuffed, and it's nothing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're not losing anything from it. I never understood that whole rule. That you can't do, but they have rules that they have to abide by.
Exactly,
so I do get that. You can't teach them how to eye gouge and and throat punch and all this stuff. So
anytime I had anyone with law enforcement come in, I would tell them you have your own training. What if you practice something and you're only doing something 50% of the time? What are you going to do when you're out there? You don't want to train your stuff and this stuff, and which one are you going to pull from? Mm-hmm. It might just happen you pull ours and whoops.
Yeah, no kidding. So, and we worked with a couple of law enforcement and the classes and stuff like that, and I know there were some jail guards and stuff that were in the class, and it was interesting because they would modify their training.
I've always been about we want to teach things right, but if someone comes to me, they're black belts in several different things, or they're trained at law enforcement, I'm not going to be. That's wrong.
Right.
I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to do that. Try, see what we're doing, see why we do it, but then it's okay. Do your stuff. I don't want to piss you off. But please try what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Davis was one of those two. That
Oh yeah, he was so awesome.
Almost a black belt in Kempo.
Yeah.
And I know he's got a little thing that he's trying to do at the church too.
Monday nights.
Yeah, I need to start going to that. My back's finally getting to where I can move around a little bit better and not be so hurting the next day so bad. So I need to start kind of getting back into it because I do miss it. I just miss the camaraderie, man. Like,
I know, man.
Sitting around and BSing afterwards and getting to hang around with these people and stuff like that. And I guess it's cool I get to do this too because I'm sitting here talking to people.
Yeah.
But getting that physical activity and all that stuff in.
It is pretty cool because it goes by fast and we're all having fun doing it. And I mean, I'm an asshole when I'm a coach, but I'm also.
Nah, you weren't that bad.
I can be. Burpees. Let's do it. Come on.
That was fun. Yeah. Yeah, I used to do the burpee one all the time when I was instructing. We would do play the I get
Thunder.
knocked down. Yeah, I get knocked down somewhere or thunderstruck and I would always do like burpees with with while you're pumping your feet at the same time. So they're just constantly in there like, God, I hate you. And I was like, it's fine.
It's fun. It really is fun.
I loved it. Well, you get out of there and you did something, you know, and you got to learn a skill at the same time.
Yeah. We, it's been cool because we've had a couple people come in that really needed it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And it was good to see them step out confident. Mm-hmm. We had this one girl, she was in high school, and it really, her dad kind of explained the situation. It really pissed me off, like how the school district handled it. But they were just like, oh, tell her to take jujitsu, tell her to do this. And then her dad's like, are you kidding me? There's a Krav Maga studio across the street from the high school. I'm taking her there.
Yeah.
Teach her how to fight. Not fight, but defend herself. And she came in, and she's scrawny, tiny girl. And I remember that night. I mean, it was great. Talking to her dad. Her dad didn't want to stay in there. He stayed outside, waiting in the car. And there was Pastor Mike and myself. And for her dad, I kept it in the spot, like where you can kind of see through the door, and you're always kind of working there, so he could see, she's doing good.
Yeah.
And then we get through half the class, and I'm pushing her, and you try to find people's go buttons of trying to get them punch harder and do something, and they're not used to it. They've never punched before in their life, but you learn things to say or to tell them or to like pull from their mind of what pisses you off so much right now. And she was doing better and better. She couldn't really punch, but her palms were really good. So, okay, do your palms. And then we moved to technique, and we were doing wall chokes and front chokes. So it's like right there in the vision. Her dad's seeing everything going on. And afterwards, he came to me. He's like, it's one thing kind of hearing about what this can do for someone, but it's another thing when a dad can see his daughter go from like, her safe place was kind of like, she was quiet. She kept to herself. To standing there with her hands on her hips, and her dad can see that. Yeah. He's like, that was a whole different thing. They're so awesome. And she kept coming back. Eventually, she told me the bullies that were messing with her stopped.
Yeah.
She put them in their place. No violence, just the confidence.
Yeah, the confidence.
And it was like, that's all she needed. She didn't need any more. She felt better. I know she graduated, which was awesome to see. So it's like she got out of there. She graduated, and that stuff is just so. That alone was worth opening.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The friendships and everything, but it's like if that was the only thing that happened, well worth it.
I know there was a couple other kids there too, and you could tell that they probably were bullied. I never heard any of them come out and say it, but just how they acted and stuff. Yeah. And so when I was instructing there, and you gave me a key, and I started doing like the open gym thing where I would just kind of go in on a Tuesday and just go hang out up there, and if somebody wanted to come and practice, they could practice. And it wasn't a class. It was just, hey, we'll just kind of work on whatever you want to work on. Yeah. And usually it was it's my thing hitting over here. One kid would show up pretty often and want to work on stuff, and he would want to like try to do the cooler stuff, like with a stick or like this and that. And I was like, that's cool, man. But I was really starting to talk to him, and I was like, let's go over some of this basic stuff. Yeah. so you can really hone those skills in.
Absolutely.
And I hope it helped them.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Because I mean, being bullied is not. It's not the greatest thing in the world.
I can't stand it when there's an opportunity for the school to hold someone accountable, and they don't.
Yeah,
I can't stand that.
And at the same time, in saying that too, there's also another thing in joking around.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's something that's totally different. I do think that we need more of that. You can't just take it all out because life is not easy. You can't just it can't all be unicorns and rainbows in high school, and then you graduate and have to go out into the real world.
Yeah,
and then actually get a boss that's an asshole or something like that, or or if you do go into like law enforcement or firefighting and stuff, that's not what it's like. Absolutely. And so there's a difference between bullying and joking around, I believe, but like the people that are where it's multiple kids on one and they're actually causing violence, that's unexcusable.
Yeah, it starts simple and it progressively gets worse and worse and worse to the point where it can be very bad. And I can't stand seeing that. I had an opportunity. I was at the high school. They're in their CTE program for law enforcement classes. I went in there a couple times to do just talk about self-defense for the public. And I was there start of school to end of school, and I tell you, man, the full day going over CROV, teaching the same thing over and over. It was I was there for 8 hours or so. It was a blast though, and these some kids would take it serious, some wouldn't, some would joke around, and then there was a couple of the kids that do martial arts and they're trying to tell me wrong and this and that, and I'd prove them wrong and be like, this worked pretty well. Oh, yeah. It's just like the hot shot type kids, but everyone had a good time, and I got them up on their feet, and it was one of those okay, can I have them? I'm not going to have them really get in as tense of a class.
Yeah.
But I had them working in groups, and I'd just walk around just like a normal class and fix this, fix this, fix this, and we just went over the basics: the punches, the elbows, the kicks, the knees, and then going over some handgun stuff, which was walking into a school with a rubber gun is okay, got them in a bag, but still, it's a weird feeling. But they even had some in their own class, so it was just going over that. But it was such a good experience to be able to go in there and work with them to show a whole bunch of kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I know we did that one at the church, too, where we went and worked with all those kids there. That was a lot of fun, too. And, yeah, you're right. Some take it serious and some don't. Yeah. But I think at the end of the day, all of them really did enjoy it.
Absolutely.
They were asking a bunch of cool questions and and this and that, and I don't know. It was always a fun time when we did that too. So I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's getting big groups like that. It's a game changer because you get they're doing something they've never done before, and now they're all doing it at the same time, and it's a camaraderie in the thing. I mean, they all talk and joke about it afterwards and
cutting up, making fun of each other.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Yeah, that was really good. I'm glad you're interested in starting to teach again because and
it's I feel like in a good spot now with my daughter. So I mean that's a whole kind of another topic. My ex and I we're not together anymore, but we co-parent so well. Yeah, and we have our exchange every Monday, so it's a week on, week off. And now that Evelyn's 3 and I've actually taken her to World Gym. There's a kids room there, so I've done some workouts. I've got my hair cut there, and she has fun in the kids room. Oh, okay, cool. This could maybe work. That if I'm teaching 2-3 nights a week, maybe 2 to start, but she has fun there and she can be there. And I'm excited to get back to it.
Yeah, that'd be good, man.
Yeah.
So I know another thing that you've mentioned before too. You said you used to work on a TV show or something, right?
I worked for a public access TV
was.
studio, Wayne's World type shit. But
Gotcha. So what'd you do there, man?
yeah, so that was at the same time I was working at the print shop. I got into it from video club in high school. Yes, I'm a nerd, self-proclaimed. And I got into it like video club, and there was video classes, and I was the first one to be able to skip video 101. I got to go to like video 102, and everyone was just like, "You didn't take the first one." I'm like, "I've been doing this shit like since freshman. Like, leave me alone."
Yeah.
But it was so fun. We had we'd do video club, and we'd have our own like TV shows, and it was cool because kids in school would watch. Like it was televised publicly on was it 10 and 17. Or 17. 10 was the government channel, and we just have stupid little shows.
That's cool.
Helped to edit shows and everything, and then after high school, I ended up getting a job there, and I volunteered there for a couple of years, but then I worked there for like 7 years, and for a total of like 8.5 years, I did all the city council meetings. We'd go down to the city hall, I'd sit in a little closet and get all the cameras going, and I did that for 8 years or so. Only ever missed 3 meetings.
Wow.
Which was a way better record than their own council people. But that was really cool. That kind of got me into all this stuff, like recording and all that.
Yeah, you helped me out with some things up here that I was struggling with. So
yeah.
And yeah, I'm probably going to pull you in again because I'm still still trying to get some things figured out to make it better for you guys out there. So, it's a little easier to watch.
I've got a lot in my back pocket, so... It was fun because we were in the high school, so the video club or the classes were there, but then video club was there, and then we did something big. We televised all of our football games, so we had it set up to where we had like one little fiber line going from the stadium over to the studio, and but we had a full camera setup out on the stadium. Cool. We had 2 on the field and then 1 up in the stands, or 2 up in stands. And we do the whole game. We had two people doing the talk. What do they call the announcers or whatever?
Yeah.
But just for our channel, they had the normal announcer for the game, but they would announce the whole, and they knew all the kids, the numbers. They'd call it like a real game. And then I got us to the point where we could do it remote, and so I helped set up with like a little 4G card at the time. Worked perfect. It would push it back to the studio and we go live.
That's cool.
So it was a lot of fun. They're still doing it today. They've got actual hardware now that does really cool stuff. I think they even have like a replay cam, so they can pull up replays.
That's cool.
So feel bad for them because we had this awesome studio, we had this awesome setup. School just kicked them out.
Oh man, that's a bummer.
Oh, yeah. So the park district gave them space now, which is great, but they went from like all this space to maybe twice this.
Oh yeah, that's not that big.
But it was a full TV studio. Yeah, felt bad for them.
Yeah, because I feel like sometimes I don't know. I need to clear some stuff out of here to move this thing back a little bit and make a little bit more room in here.
Yeah, I mean, even what you got right now is pretty good. With the plans that you got up, it'll go pretty good.
Yeah,
go far with this space.
It's not too bad. I like it.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make it better. We got some plans. We got some plans to make it look nicer. And I just want it to be comfortable. For people to come in here. I need to get some better chairs. These chairs kind of suck, but
start somewhere, man.
I want to watch fights on here. I had Jack Merrill in here. I talked to him about like watching rodeos and stuff. I think that and I'm gonna call them like watch parties. I guess I don't know what else.
Cool. Yeah,
because then it could be anything. But yeah, just like watch the fights up here. My kid and his buddies and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And maybe get like Jason Jones and the jiu-jitsu coach there, Jerry Laird, get him on here so they can kind of talk about
their story. Yeah, they got a great story.
Their stories, and then watching the fights and talking about it, what they're doing, since they're both very well versed in martial arts. So
absolutely, yeah.
I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then, watching like Aggie football games, since my son's in Aggie land. Hey, man, going to a live game there is crazy, dude. It's a good time. It gets so loud.
Yeah.
And they get so amped up. Yeah. Man, if anybody hasn't gone to an Aggie game at Kyle Field, you should go, because the energy is something that I've never experienced before. And I've been to hockey games, I've been to football games, I've been to all sorts of stuff. I've been to a UFC fight.
Yep.
And the energy at Kyle Field is just insane, dude.
Yeah, I was. I haven't been to a college game yet, but when the first couple of years coming down here visiting, went to like high school.
Oh, yeah.
Like the big fucking stadiums for high school. Yeah. I'm like, is this a college? No, it's not high school. You all love your football down here.
Football down here, yeah. That's true. Yeah, we are. We're kind of fanatics.
Yeah.
I used to be a bigger fan than I am now. I just kind of take a step back. I pretty much just watch hockey games, and I watch the Rangers, and then mostly the fights. You know, the UFC fights, and they're doing jiu-jitsu now. On YouTube, that's free.
That's cool.
I usually watch those matches.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated with it. I love it.
Yeah. They used to, before COVID, Bellator matches up in WinStar.
Yeah.
Used to go to them all the time. Like, it was awesome. Like a friggin' MMA fight, like right there. Man. It was so awesome, and I don't know if they're ever going to go back there, but that was fun.
Oh yeah, man, going to that one live, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we were in the back, you know, in the upper deck in the back and stuff like that, but you could still hear like the kicks and the punches. Like
whenever you saw a kick, did you ever hear like Jon's kick like scary? Like
No, I can't say that it did, but there were some of them you would cringe because you would just hear it. And you know,
see that content
and see it, and you just be like, "Ooh!" Watch the guy throw a kick, and he landed wrong. I mean, he just landed straight on his tailbone, and it made such a loud noise, dude. It was a boom, and it didn't really come from the speakers. You could hear it coming from down there, and I was like, that had to hurt. That had to hurt bad. Because when he threw that kick, he was pretty high in the air and lost his footing, and came right down on his tailbone. I was like, damn.
Ouch.
But it was a fun time, man. I don't know. I love watching the fights. It's always such a great time.
Yeah, the one of the other night, the Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano.
Yeah, 17 seconds.
Dear Lord.
Ronda was a bulldog on that one, just bam, 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 over.
Yeah. We were having an issue with the TV.
Yeah, and all of a sudden we were like, what happened? We had to go watch it on your phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, man.
Well, you talked about going and doing like filming the city councils meetings and stuff like that. So you learned a lot about like local government, huh?
Learned quite a bit about it really piqued my interest. Learning about what a council person does and what they can do, and the communication of the ones that are good with communication with their constituent or their citizens, and the ones that are not. And it really drove my interest to I want to do that one day. I almost ran a couple of years ago.
I know you kicked it around. I know
I did kick it around, and it was the year that it would be running was when Evelyn would be born, and I'm like, I couldn't do that. And that's how I met Blake, because I would have been running against Blake, and he's a good guy, and I'm glad we met up before, and it was just kind of a hey, let's put our heads together. Like, what are you running for? What am I running for? And it was just everything I wanted to run for, Blake's got it. Cool.
Yeah, y'all are both running the same thing basically. So
yeah, and Blake's got more time, and I'm gonna have more time with my daughter, so that was well worth it. But
you're on a board now, though, right?
I am, yeah, and it's the CIAC board.
Tell everybody what that is.
Community Improvements Assessment. Oh Lord, you're gonna get me in trouble now.
No, it's cool, man. I know about all the acronyms.
Acronyms, yeah.
There's so many.
But I think I'm right there. Capital Improvements Advisory Committee. Thank you, dear Lord. I'm on the spot.
Nah, you're good. You're good.
No, it was a cool experience. We've only had one meeting because they meet twice a year. And I learned a lot about impact fees and everything that the city does with new developments and such. And so we meet twice a year, and they had to dissolve the board to create a new one because of a new like state law, and they had to have because it was like an internal committee that was running, and the state said no, can't do it anymore. It's got to be X amount of people, real estate agents, land surveyors, like stuff like that, and citizens to be on the board. And I saw that the city had a couple open spots. There was one with the airport, which I was really interested in, museum, park district, and then this one. And I put my name in the hat a long time ago, and then I completely forgot about it. I got a letter in the mail from the city. I'm like, oh crap, what'd I do? Opened up, like, oh sweet, I was asked to be on the committee, and it's pretty cool to like research it, really dive into it to see what they do, and to be able to show up and just have a list of questions. And I was voted vice chair, nothing fancier. It's really the chairperson's not there. I help run the meeting. But the chairperson, he was on the board before, super knowledgeable guy. And one of the first things I asked was like, are there any like bad questions that like, not that I should avoid, but really, can I ask anything? Like, oh, absolutely anything. Okay. I had a lot of good questions and just curiosity, and not just about what's this or what's this, because I'd looked into it before, so I didn't sound dumb. Mm-hmm. But he looked over me a couple times. He's like, "That's a good question." So it's just I know, okay, I did my research, did good, and so I felt good about the first meeting, and we're meeting again here in July, and so it's a cool experience to be able to give back. It's 2-year seat, twice a year meeting, so
yeah. Not too.
I'd run again, but I mean, to be on it, I'd love to be on it. It was cool to learn, what they're doing with the money, and yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man. So I know you got some other ventures too that you're wanting to expand in eventually.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, and I'm still learning a bit about what I want to run on. I'm not going to run for council, for city council, but I do want to run for another board that I feel like needs more voice out to the community that I don't feel like a lot of people understand. So kind of putting together all my points of here's why I want to run and here's why I think I would be good on this board. And yeah, so it's coming together pretty good. It's a little ways out, but that's going to let me be prepared probably more than a lot of people that just put their name in the hat because they could.
Yeah, that would be good. I mean, I know you too, and you're always one that wants to help and get involved, and you will do your research. And,
absolutely.
I do know that about you. You're very good with that.
I will just say, don't hold it against me that I'm from the north.
Yeah, no.
Please.
Yeah, I definitely don't, besides the ribbing every now and then. But, yeah, I don't hold it against you at all, because you seem like pretty much like a Texan to me. So
I belong here.
Yeah.
The last thing I need to get is a smoker. So
yeah, you're friendly, and you want to help, and you're willing to help anybody that actually needs it.
Absolutely.
And we need more of that.
Yeah,
we need more of that.
I agree.
Out there in the world today. So
yeah.
No, I'm glad that you're wanting to do that, and you're wanting to help the city out.
Absolutely.
I mean,
it's home.
And we have to start here. We can start here and make things right here and do things better here and continue that fight to the state and then, and maybe to the Fed.
I agree. And then you said it right. Like starting here is where you can make the change. Mm-hmm. I was pretty upset to see, Blake and Derek, two very awesome guys. They run on the city council, and the third guy I didn't know, but
for mayor, yeah, they're both on city council, but they're running for the mayor.
Exactly, they're running for mayor. Sorry about that. But 1,485 votes,
something like that. Yeah, it was less than 1,500.
Less than 4% of the population.
Yeah,
but I understand there's people under 18 that's in the population, but still less than 4% of the population voted.
It's pretty bad.
That's sad. And then Mark got seat 1. He got quite a bit of votes. Mark, right? I think I was right.
Mark Wiki. But he ran unopposed.
Yeah, but he's still a good amount of votes for running unopposed. And then I think there was even less votes for seat 4. Was it?
Yeah.
The person that won was 70 72 or 74 votes.
Something like that. Yeah. I was going to say I knew it was under 100. I knew it was under 90 actually, but it was pretty wild too.
Yeah, so it's I know you and I have talked about a lot of like we just want to get people out there and vote. Mm-hmm. That's how you make change. That's how you can affect here.
Exactly.
We can't fully affect what the state does. Like we're learning that with the data centers. Yeah. Like state has control over that. Counties can't. Counties can do the delays, but the state's got control.
Correct. And, that's why I said we need to start here, too, because we have county commissioners.
Yep.
We have representatives and stuff like that. And those are things that we need to really start paying attention to.
Yeah.
And, learning more about how the government works and stuff like that. Yeah. But seriously, getting out there and voting, man, just look into these candidates a little bit. And I do encourage everybody to have an open mind as well. I try not to be locked in this party system and just vote because that's your party. I don't think that we need to do that. That's not the way.
Not at our level.
I honestly think that we need like a 5-party system, to spread out the ideas a little bit, because right now it seems like we're just all contained in this big bowl. We got this side and we got this side, and most people are, in the middle that lean one way or another. But, we need to expand, that whole system.
Absolutely.
And the only way that we can make better ideas is talking about our ideas with an open mind. And because again, they're just ideas. They're my ideas. They're your ideas. Yeah. You shouldn't be married to them just because they're yours. We need to have a little bit open-mindedness, but everybody needs to be open-minded. Just because you think one way, and you may think you're the most open-minded person in the world, but then you want to chastise somebody for for something that you don't believe in. Well, that's not being very open-minded.
Yeah.
So
I'm right there.
It's just thinking about it in a way, obviously, that makes sense to you, but yeah. Learn about these candidates and do a little bit of research and a little bit of digging, and then go and make your decision and get out there and vote, man.
Yeah.
It's very important, and we can't just bury our heads in the sand and expect everything to be okay, because it's not going to be, guys. If we don't pay attention to that, and again, I don't want to make this show about politics or anything, but it's important, and this is where we live, and we need to keep it the way we want it, and so it's definitely very important.
Absolutely, I agree.
Anyway, let's get away from
politics. Yeah.
Let's get away from politics now, man. What else you want to talk about, brother?
I say I've touched on it a couple times. So my daughter, dad mode, like the best job ever.
Girl dad,
absolutely. So her nickname is Evie. Her name's Evelyn, Evie. I got the Pokemon Eevee right there. Got her heartbeat right here. I'm not going to lift my leg up, but I've got a whole bunch of hexagons on my leg, and 18 of the spots are saved for her drawings from 1 to 18. So as she draws throughout the year, I want to get that tattooed on my leg.
That was a pretty cool idea when you told me about that. I'm not going to lie.
Thanks. It's fun, painful, but totally worth it. The leg is a lot different than the arms, but
there's a lot of nerves there.
Yeah. But man, it's the coolest job ever, and she is so, like, she changed my life, absolutely. Like, I feel like it's getting me more involved with the community because she's here, and this is her home. This is her mom's home. This is her dad's home. This is her grandparents' home. She got a lot of friends here. She's meeting it's Cleveland's home. So, but yeah, it's she's so fun.
I've seen you with her too, and it's fun watching y'all together. So to be honest,
yeah, like she's a little goofball, and it's I'm still learning a lot about myself being a dad, and she is. I mean, she teaches me so much. Like so she's on summer break this week. Like their daycare is closed this week, and the day before, the Friday was closed last week, and then on Thursday was her last day, and I had her that week, and we were getting her ready for school, and she's going through diaper training, and we're getting her ready for school, and she's like, hold on. Okay, so she runs back to her room, comes back with whole arms full of like shorts and pants. I'm like, you can't just wear, like, you need to pick something else. She puts them down, said, hold on. Runs back, comes back with big girl underwear. Not diapers, but big girl underwear. She's like, I want to wear this. She just said, I want to wear this. You sure?
Yeah.
You want to? Yeah. Okay. So we put the underwear on, and she went to school. I told her, her teacher, I'm like, she's wearing underwear today. I got extra pairs in there, got extra pair of clothes. But she came up to me and said, I want to wear this today. Okay. Didn't have one accident that day.
That's awesome.
They put a diaper on for the nap, but she didn't have one accident. She went to the restroom with everyone else. So it's just like, that just happened. I'm like, my mind was blown. I'm like,
you're like, I'm going to save so much money on diapers.
I know, Tiff and I are just like, that'd be nice, but we're not pushing her like we, like this week she wore diapers because there was a lot of back and forth, but she's coming to us when she's ready with things.
Yeah.
And it's so cool to see and learn. She loves to sing. Oh man, like, it's funny because we drive everywhere, we play, like, music, and I'll put on normal music too, like some of my stuff. I listen to metal. I won't always put that on, but I'll
put Rammstein on there.
Maybe her mom would do the same, but no, it's okay. No, but I'll find like a metal version of "Let It Go" from Frozen.
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Do you like this?" And she's like, "Yeah," and she starts just doing this. I'm like, "Okay, cool," but I'll find metal versions of kids songs, and she gets into it. I'm like, "Yes." That's cool. My girl. Yeah. But also, listening to a bunch of kids' songs. Like, I'll go through, like, I'll drop her off at school, and then I'll go get a coffee and realize that her song's still playing.
You don't even notice.
Yeah, that's happened a few times. But yeah. And then, we're Bluey fans. I got my Rad Dad cup here.
There you go. Right.
But I learned so much from her, and just the coolest job. Terrifying. But the coolest job.
Oh, I bet, man. So I only have a stepson, so he came into my life when he was 10. So I could just imagine having to take care of a little bitty tiny human.
I'm finally starting to get sleep.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's funny. I gotta take a quick break, man. I gotta take a leak.
Yeah, do your thing.
So we'll take a break real quick.
Cool.
But. All right, we're back.
Sweet.
All right, man. So we're talking about your daughter.
Yeah. She's really good with traveling too.
Oh,
so she's been on a plane every year of her life. At 8 months, we all flew out to a wedding for one of Tiff's cousin. I hope I don't get that wrong. It was her cousin. She did great. She was 8 months old at the time. And she had every one of us like pass her back and forth, and she did great. She didn't cry at all on the plane. And then another trip was the following year. She was like 18 months. She flew up with Tiff and her son because I had driven up to Chicago to see my parents because I was going to be there a little longer. So she flew up, and then we all ended up driving. Did we fly back? No, we drove back because I drove, and then just recently over in February. I took her to fly up to see my parents, and she did great. She got to go into the cockpit to sit with the pilot, and the pilot was female, so it was just like really cool for her to see, hey, she's here, she's a pilot, and she was fun just looking at all the lights, the buttons, and then she just had fun. She got out and just walked into her seat. Hi.
Yeah, they never let me do that when I ask. Of course, I probably would touch buttons.
What's this do? With all the crap going on nowadays, yeah, that's wow. But we flew, and she had a good time, and she fell asleep half an hour before we landed. It was around half an hour, and she slept through all them talking and us, the turbulence and the landing, to the point of I'm getting the bags out and literally lifting her up to get off the plane. She slept through all of that.
I wish I could sleep like a child.
Oh man, yeah. But yeah, I had her. I took her to a jiu-jitsu class and out in Aledo, a gym called The Forge. Pretty cool people out there. And I had her try jujitsu.
Nice.
It was at around 2 years, 8 months, and I just see what she would do. And I had a little gi for her, and
God,
we showed up, and
cute.
it's friggin' adorable. She loved it too, because she looked like Daddy. Daddy had his on, and she had hers, and she did good. It wasn't a kids' night; it was an adults' night, but the kids' teacher was there, and she's like, "Yeah, I'll work with her, not a problem." So she worked with her a little bit, and then roll with someone else to get some time. So I'd roll with Evie a little bit, play with her. Mm-hmm. Man, she went right to that teacher, listened to everything, and would follow everything she did.
That's awesome.
And it was like phenomenal. The teacher came to me afterward, and she's just like, she listens and does things better than some of the 5-year-olds that I have.
That's great,
like,
man.
Wow. So I need to get her going into it. And I did Krav after that. So they had jiu-jitsu and then they had Krav class, and she just ran around, just kept going in circles around everybody. Wore the heck out of herself. But yeah, jiu-jitsu is definitely, you can start around 2.5, 3 years old. Like, they'll start listening. Mm-hmm. You got a good coach, they will sit there and just listen.
Oh yeah, man. And when Cash has grandkids, definitely get them involved in that. Mm-hmm. Just the confidence, knowing what to do, and for one thing that jiu-jitsu does too, it calms your mind. It can calm your mind, so you don't panic.
Teaches you how to breathe.
Yeah, and that's another one. Yeah, teaching you how to breathe.
And it's one of those things too that, like, at first, like, because you're still fairly new to it in a way.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely new to it.
You catch yourself. You're breathing so hard, and then it was one day I realized, why am I breathing so hard?
You don't have to.
And it turns off.
I started learning to relax.
Yeah.
It's not, you don't have to be like,
it's not a fight. It's not a, yeah.
Just relax. Think about what you're doing. Think about how to get out of it. Move. Breathe. Oh, I get your mustache. I hate it when that happens. Dude, I hate it when that happens. I heard it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving, breathing.
Yeah.
You're in a spot. Maybe you can't breathe at that point in time, but you got to move to where you can.
Yeah.
And not panicking, because that panic is what's gonna.
That's what makes you
it's gonna gas you out.
Yep.
And you wouldn't think about it, but it does, because your body locks up, your body gets tense, and that takes a lot of energy. Mm-hmm. When you start expelling that kind of energy, you're burning oxygen.
Yep.
So if you're not breathing correctly.
Yeah.
And I learned very quickly, I was like, oh, I'm a very shallow breather as soon as I started. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm only using, like, the top part of my chest, and that was it. Yeah. Which is crazy, because I could go run a 10K, I'm not very fast, but I could run one without stopping and, be fine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, when you try to go roll, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yep.
Same thing with Krav. Being intense and going, balls to the wall 5-6 minutes at a time, and then you're doing like 1 5-minute round, and you feel like you want to hurl because you've exhausted so much energy.
One of my favorite things is I had this guy that tried the class. He was a CrossFit guy, and I told him, like, don't go 100%. CrossFit guys go 100%. I'm like, that's one thing. This is going to be different. It's different for all the CrossFit people that do Krav. 100%. 6 minutes in, he's white. And I'm like, go sit down. Here's a bucket. And he's like still going. I'm like, sit down. I'm like, told you. Slow down, man. Yeah. You don't have to go to 100%. You could still get one hell of a workout and not go 100%. You don't want to with this. And it was just kind of oh man, thank you for making it into the bucket.
But no, man, I get it.
Yeah.
So that first gym that I went to, it was a little bit different than yours, because it was more calisthenic workouts at the beginning to get you warmed up. So, like, you're like 15-20 minutes into the class and you haven't done anything yet besides run on the mats and do a couple push-ups or some burpees and do this and do that. And I'd done CrossFit before. I messed my shoulder and back up. And so when I healed from that, instead of going back to CrossFit, I was like, I think I want to learn more. I've always wanted to learn in martial arts. So that's when I started Krav. And it was definitely different. You know, it's a different mentality, and it is good having that CrossFit experience, because when it is time to go,
you need to go.
You have it.
You have to.
You have
Absolutely.
It. And so that was nice. But yeah, learned a lot about myself. And then that's when, after that, when I got tired of driving, I went to Rogue MMA.
Yeah.
Until I got hurt again. And then it just seems like an endless pattern of me keeping hurting myself and then stepping out. But it's fine. You know, in my heart, that's my gym. And I love it. I love everybody there.
Good people there.
Yeah. Jason's coming on pretty soon.
Yeah, he's, you know, I had reached out to him. It was after I had shut the gym down, just to like, hey, where can I do a workout just to keep things going? Because I was at the churches, and then ultimately settled the World Gym. But Jason was super kind, and like, I wish I would have taken him up on the offer at the time, because he offered the space. Mm-hmm. He's like, teach on nights that we're not here, but now they got stuff going every night.
I was gonna say every day almost. Yeah.
So it's a super kind guy. I met him a couple times, but yeah, really cool guy.
Yeah,
so I'm looking forward to that episode.
Yeah, I mean, they got MMA 2 nights a week. They got jiu-jitsu 2 nights a week, and then on Sunday, and then now they have judo on Fridays.
I love judo.
There's a guy that does judo now. He's a pretty cool guy too. He comes to jiu-jitsu classes and stuff.
Nice.
I haven't got to check it out yet, the judo part, but it is fascinating. I like watching the videos and stuff of all the takedowns, and it's pretty cool.
I mean, judo is all physics.
Yeah.
Like it's all throws. Like, for those that are not all throw, but it's majority of throws, and it's the higher level you get in a Krav, you start to do more judo throws and stuff, and it works. We had the 3 sisters that were coming to Krav every once in a while, and one of them, I mean, she's tiny, and we had one guy there. I mean, he was a bigger guy. I mean, probably 300 plus pounds. She could throw him, and she was like a third of his weight. It was impressive. It was awesome. So it works. Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely a game changer to your jiu-jitsu too. Yeah. Because no matter what, every fight starts on your feet. Mm-hmm. You know,
it's not always going to end on the feet, though.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of times, they say like 95% of fights go to the ground or whatnot, but they all 100% start on the feet. Mm-hmm. So it's something to think about.
I don't know. Those jiu-jitsu guys might just go to guard.
Yeah, just start pulling guard, butt scooting. Yeah. And that's fine, man. I guess it's part of it. I don't necessarily like to watch matches where they do that. I'm like, come on, stand up and take him down.
Something.
Take him down. Pull guard. You can pull guard
now,
from standing.
To be fair, being on your feet and doing the smallest of something is terrifying. Mm-hmm. You could hurt someone very easily. It broke someone's face. 3 bones in their face. Literally just lifting my knee.
Oh, dang.
Lifting my knee. Not like going towards him with my knee. Lifting my knee. Because he went to go do a takedown. He just learned. He looked down versus looking forward. Looked down. Bashed. Broke his 3 bones around his eye. I felt so bad. He had to drink shakes for weeks.
Oh, God.
Because they did the incision through the inside of his cheek. The inside. Terrifying. Literally just knees work. So if you really use your knees in a fight, they're going to work.
So one of my favorite things to do is throw knees.
Oh, yeah. And for those so Krav Maga, MMA. People think it's the same thing. A lot of people do. They're not.
A little different.
Krav, we don't have rules. So, what's behind Joey, that cigar box or the box back there, I can use that as a weapon. MMA, you can't use weapons. You're being taught to fight with your hands. I can kick you in the balls. They can't.
Yeah.
I can gouge you in the eyes. They can't. Mm-hmm. So there is a difference. They do teach you those rules if you're learning to MMA or do mixed martial arts fighting for competition. So that's the part that.
Yeah. Well, another thing is too, I think it's a big misconception with Krav or self-defense classes,
Yeah.
Used to be back in the day, it would be like, keys in the hand and, doing crap like that. And that is not what Krav Maga is. There's a lot of Muay Thai in it. There's Jiu-Jitsu in it.
Yeah.
There's Judo in it. And then you're also training against weapons too. We did knives. We did guns.
Long guns.
You know, all that stuff. It's situational usually because it's going to be those are the situations that you're going to be in.
Yep.
And it is taught like if you can get away, get away.
Yeah.
Somebody just come in and get your phone and in your car keys, just give it to them.
Yeah. That's what insurance is for. That's what call and cancel your cards.
Yeah. But it's different if somebody's wanting you to get into a vehicle or try to take you.
Gotta go 100%.
That's a lot different because chances are you're not coming back if you get into that vehicle statistically.
Yeah.
So, it's not just get your keys and scratch the face. It's not anything like that. It's very intense and it's punches and kicks and like I said, Muay Thai, knees, elbows.
Mm-hmm.
And then if it does go to the ground, there's some.
We've got some groundwork.
Groundwork too.
To break and go. Yeah. We don't want to be on the ground. We hate being on the ground. It's a horrible spot to be.
You can't run away if you're on the
Every
ground.
asshole has an asshole buddy.
Yeah.
It's you're on the ground and holding someone. Great. What if they got a buddy that comes up there and stomp you in the head?
That's another thing. Yeah.
So we don't want to be down there. We want to get down there, do something, and get up quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's very true. Yeah. That is one of the arguments about learning jiu-jitsu for self-defense is because if there's two people, it could be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, I know I'll get flack for it, but I don't think jiu-jitsu by itself is self-defense. I know people believe it, but I don't. They're not teaching you to strike.
Yeah. Some schools do.
There's like Japanese jiu-jitsu, which I think does have striking, but if it's self-defense, like a self-defense class based off of jiu-jitsu and they're teaching how to strike, cool, because you're on the ground learning how to strike. But if it's just competition jiu-jitsu, they're not teaching you that.
Yeah, that's what I like about Coach Jerry, too, is because when he's teaching the class, and, if you're in guard or whatever, he's talking about, holding your hands
That's awesome.
for against strikes.
Good. I like that.
And he does that, too, after you're kind of moving into that whole blue belt phase.
Yeah.
Bring your 6-ounce gloves and
that's awesome.
And they'll do some sparring too, and kind of they'll do
they'll
do some peppering,
because he does competitions, but he doesn't he doesn't rely on just doing competition. He does the self-defensive jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, in so many words, yes. Okay. Because he does MMA and all that stuff as well too.
I need to go try one of his classes. I've heard nothing but good things about him.
Yeah, like I said, especially too when you're moving up, you get a little bit of season to you. Yeah. He'll bring your gloves and come and we'll do some. He goes, I just got to work with you for a while before I let you bring your gloves and start throwing punches at me or anybody else.
Yeah.
For that matter.
Yeah, you're right. It's a mindset thing. It's not just all physical.
Yeah.
Being aware of your surroundings, like I've been called paranoid for it. Where I love to sit in a restaurant, I love to see the front door.
Me too. It's automatic.
Yeah. Whoever I'm with, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like if I'm with you, I don't. I know you're doing the same thing. There's certain people I know are doing the same thing, but it's like if I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna sit there.
Yeah. I'm gonna sit right there.
And just you don't have to involve yourself in everything. You see a fight going on outside. 2 guys? No. Call the cops. Go.
Yeah.
Someone's hurting a kid. I'm stopping. I'm doing something. Stop. Someone's hurting a woman. I'm going to stop. If it's 2 girls fighting, call the cops.
Yeah.
But it's like a kid or a woman being attacked by someone bigger. I've told myself that's my go button up. I need to step in to do something. Dangerous for myself, but I can hopefully help them.
Right.
But yeah, the whole mindset thing it's so true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. I've always been like that. It's like it's ingrained in me. I know my dad did it too. Never really said anything of why he did it or anything like that. But then when I started getting older, I was like, I want to watch the door. And he just, kind of smile and he'll be like, why do you want to watch the door? And I was like, in case something,
something's going to happen.
A threat comes in or whatever.
Yeah.
And, I'm big on it.
Yeah.
I like to keep an eye out, and I'll help anybody. You know what I mean? you were talking about if two dudes are fighting, but if I come across and somebody's just beating, shit out of somebody, I might have to step in because I'm gonna. And I don't even know who did anything, but I probably would just because the fact is that you don't want to see that. If somebody's just completely taking it and I have to step in and help because that's just the person that I am.
Yeah.
But
I've seen a lot of the horror story videos of everything. I'm like, no, I'm gonna call the cops.
Yeah.
Like I might be there and try to vocally get him away, but that's if he's the same size, if he's bigger, no, I'm calling the cops.
I usually carry a weapon too everywhere I go. So
yeah, and that's a whole other thing, weapon training, because we teach you to use your hands, your feet, your body. Your weapon is your secondary. Mm-hmm. Like if you get into a situation where someone's right, like if you're this far away from me and you're about to attack me, I might not be fast enough to get my...
I was going to say, so self-defense in the state of Texas is 21 feet. If somebody is 21 feet away from you and they have a knife,
they can reach you.
Chances are you're going to get stabbed before you draw your gun.
You may hit them, but it's going to be a...
Yeah, unless you're really, really, really good, and that's what you do all the time, chances are you're going to get stabbed before you can get your weapon out.
Yeah, that's a bit. We do that for USKMA. It's 21 feet of you get someone jolting at you, and you're taking your gun out. By the time that you're right here, you're hit.
And I do draw drills. Pull and shoot. Mm-hmm. Before you can actually bring it up to your eye. All those different things. I'm sitting here thinking about it, I can't believe I'm not talking about all this in front of all these people. But it's true. It's things you got to think about when you go to these classes and stuff like that. Not just crowd classes, but like firearm classes and stuff like that, and trying to figure out how to best shoot and
I get where constitutional carry. I get it's easy to get a license to train people.
Yeah,
please train. Don't just think your license is going to save you. You get a gun. Nope. I've met people that they have a license and a gun and they've fired it maybe once.
Well, think about this too. If you don't train and you pull your weapon and they are trained, chances are they're going to take it away from you and use it on you.
Yeah.
You need to practice your draw over and over and over and over to where it's not even a thought anymore. It's just a reaction.
Because if you do it wrong half of the time, what's going to come out?
100%. Just carrying that thing doesn't make you any
doesn't
better.
Make you safer.
It doesn't make you safer.
Right. You may get lucky.
You may get lucky.
Very lucky. But if you have a gun and you have a license and you rarely shoot it, go to the range, go train, go find a class, please. Like, don't be irresponsible, because you got to think about it too. If someone's right here, you're 15, 20 feet away, you're coming towards me, I feel threatened, I pull my gun. If we're in front of a Starbucks and there's people behind you, you're responsible for those people, even if it was an accident hitting them because he was attacking you. Their lives are in your hands.
Correct.
People don't understand that.
Yep. And, firing, this is funny too. Took my wife to the range and we're shooting. And we're not too far away. We're probably about 21 feet away, and we're shooting it. We're popping some steel, and she's shooting, and she's missing. And she's like, huh. So she steps up a little closer and shoots and misses, and steps up a little closer and shoots and misses. And she was like, this isn't like the movies. And I was like, no, it is not.
Yeah.
It's super important,
Yeah.
When
it's not like riding a bike.
No.
You gotta keep your training.
You gotta keep it up, and dry firing skills is big too. And they, it's kind of cool now because they have all sorts of cool things that you can buy and practice with dry firing. You can just put it in your normal carry weapon. Yep. It's got lasers and this that. And
I've got one of the SRT. It's the laser one. Mm-hmm. It looks like an actual Glock. I mean, you go to pull it out, click, you got the laser. Yeah.
But dry firing too, learning how to pull that trigger without moving. So like one of the things that you could practice at the very beginning, if you're new to this, you could put like a penny or a dime or something on your weapon, and then squeezing that trigger without it falling off.
That's a good one.
Because you'll find out that you jerk.
Yeah.
And you want to get that out of the way. You got to learn where to pull the trigger on the pad of your finger so you don't pull.
Yep.
That's another thing too that really humble you is, when you put in a laser on the end of that thing, and then you pull the trigger and you see where you can see the laser move, and you're like, okay, yeah, it's very humbling. It's very humbling. Or if you draw with the laser on your weapon and you see the laser moving all over the place, you need to practice. You need to practice more.
For the black belt training, we when you all go together for the training, we do 1 day on the range with your pistols. For second degree, so I'm second degree black belt, so I got to go through that training, and then there was rifle training. So you bring your AR with you.
Nice.
And but the pistol one was super informative, because it's just like, even if you didn't know how to shoot, you're gonna know how to shoot at the end of the day, because we're on the range for 8-9 hours, I think it was. And you're going over all different drills, how to walk and shoot, how to go at an angle, how to do just very different things, how to go through if you got a jam. Super easy. Load your mag and put some empty rounds in there. It causes a jam. What do? Oh, crap, you're still facing forward. You got to clear that jam and then go. It was a blast. So, like, if you can find range day, like training like that, it's a whole different level.
Yeah, for sure. And a lot of other people don't even understand, too. Like, if you do have to draw your weapon and actually fire it in self-defense, it's you have to have that mentality of moving forward, not moving back necessarily. I mean, depending on the situation. But, you want to be aggressive with it. And anyway, take some classes,
absolutely,
learn how to use that thing. Have some respect for it. That's what I tell everybody, because, like I said, just having that gun doesn't make you a badass. It really doesn't. All the stuff, the John Wick stuff, all that stuff, man. Those guys train to be able to do all that stuff. I used to love going to the 3-gun competitions and seeing somebody really good go through something, and know that they've spent
that's their life. Of time. That's their hobby. Thousands of rounds. Yeah.
And also, that's another thing too. You can go and buy a $5,000 handgun and a $6,000-$7,000, $8,000 AR and same thing on a shotgun and all that stuff. It's not going to make any better. It's not going to make you shoot any better. I'm just telling you this right now.
You can go get a $500 pistol and it's going to be just as good.
Yeah. And that's kind of the way that I always wanted to learn too, because I wanted to be able to, if I did have to just have whatever it was, it's not my weapon anymore that I'm having to use. I don't want to be good with, just, I do have a badass weapon and you don't have to worry about it. But clearing jams and all that, because it happens even with those. You can buy a really, really nice firearm, and
it could be crap ammo.
I was going to say, things happen.
Yeah.
And you got to learn to not freak out. It's kind of like jiu-jitsu. Not freak out, keep calm, clear the jam, and keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, because I did it was after I moved here, obviously, and I did the concealed carry license up at a place, Burleson, Joshua, like by that QT up there. There's like a gun range up there. I went with my buddy and his wife, and we did the course, and it's a super easy course. You learn a lot about the rules, like 306, 307 on the door. Read the signs. 51% the bar. Like it's common sense here. We did the range, and there were some people in there that first time shooting, pretty much.
Yeah.
And the instructor put on a vest, and like, why you wear that? We found out that day there was one lady that had a gun that he was saying, okay, stop, and she went to go do like this, and he, what are you doing? Stays pointed that way. Yeah, that's why I wear this.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And another thing too is going to ranges. It could be intimidating.
Yeah.
People are going to yell, for one. Firearms are loud.
Yep.
And to be able to hear somebody, you have to yell. And also, they're trying to keep everyone's safety.
Absolutely. That's number one responsibility.
At the forefront as well. So, if you go to a range, you do something, you mess up, don't take it too personal that they yell at you or whatever.
Yep.
Granted, I've been to some ranges too where it's just like, okay, yeah, I got it. I'm supposed to keep it downrange, but it's cleared. It's got a flag in it.
Yeah.
There's obviously nothing in there, and I'm putting my weapon in the case, and then you want to come and yell at me for for moving it a certain way when nobody's around. And yeah, you're gonna run into those assholes too, because most of those people are type A personalities.
Yeah.
And it's fine. I've been to some 3 guns too where people are yelling because you might be having a conversation with somebody about their weapon or their draw or their holster or something like that you're trying to learn about, and you're not out there putting stickers over the holes fast enough, and people will start yelling and screaming at you and stuff like that too. And just you're gonna face those assholes. Just don't worry about it, guys. Just assholes are assholes, and they're always gonna be assholes. So, just take it with a grain of salt.
Yep.
That part of it anyway.
Yeah.
But just remember the respect of
absolutely
of
so much power.
Yeah. Because things can go awry pretty easily. I've been to some matches. Man, there was a girl, and she was a regular. She had a race gun, and it was just a pistol match. And she had a brand new holster, and she hadn't tuned it in quite yet. And when she was on the run, the pistol popped out. And she freaked out when the pistol popped out of her holster, and she did catch it, but immediately she turned around and pointed a live weapon at everybody there. And then dropped it. Dropped it on the ground. It's pretty scary.
Yeah.
And she'd been shooting for years, but nothing like that has ever happened to her, and she just completely panicked.
Wow.
Yeah, she was obviously DQ'd and could not shoot the rest of the day.
Wow.
But that was one of those things is where you learn really fast. Like, even these people that do this every single weekend, they have mishaps too.
Yeah.
And it's being able to control all that.
Wow.
It's that was a wild one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had some good times like going out and shooting and stuff like that. That's a workout too, man.
Oh, man.
Doing a 3-gun competition.
I don't think I've ever been. I don't even think I know exactly what that is.
So it's a pistol, rifle, shotgun.
Okay, I know what that is. Yeah,
and all 3 of them. You'll have some courses may just be a pistol, and then you might have pistol AR or AR shotgun, or sometimes you might have all 3.
Yeah,
and it's fun.
That's cool.
And there's different things. They'll put stuff on the ground. They'll put walls up, and they'll have targets out there too. And like they'll tell you like, you can't shoot any of the black targets. You can only shoot like the white targets, and they'll stack them.
Oh yeah.
So you have to get that angle, perfectly right.
Wow.
And you're being timed during all this.
Yeah.
So that there's that other pressure.
Yeah.
That's going on it too, to really start honing those skills in.
Yeah.
I was never any good on the ones that I went to. I was always like very dead last or maybe beat one person.
Hey, you tried it though.
Oh yeah, but it was fun. I was learning.
Yeah. I did a range day thing once, and I remember I won with iron sights only. These guys had the nice Vortex scopes, and it was you start by standing, you go to kneel to prone to kneel to standing, and you got to hit the target. And I finished. Yeah, and everyone else had targets. I just got iron sights, or they had sights. Yeah.
Was that there's a thing called Appleseed that's kind of like that, and I've done that quite a few times. I'm telling you right now, look up the Appleseed thing, because that's you can take kids to that.
Oh, cool.
After a certain age, and it's 22s. They do have after you've gone a few times, if you get your rifleman patch, with the 22, you can actually do with like an AR,
really,
or a different kind of rifle, and it's like what you're talking about. You got to do standing, you got to do kneeling, and you got to do prone, and you got to strap.
Yeah,
you learn how to use your strap, you learn how to use your sights, you learn how to use all this different stuff. But cool. It is fun with the 22 thing because of the way that they have it set up. It's a simulation of being so far away because the targets get smaller.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, they have one where it's real, where they actually have the targets that are out there that far, and that's what you're gonna, take an AR or
that's cool,
something like that. But I learned so much about shooting going to those things. I took Cash with me a bunch, so he learned about it too. But man, talking about really honing in your skills.
Yeah, I just pulled it up on my phone to make sure I keep that in mind for when she gets older.
I can't remember what age that kids can start shooting in that, and it's fairly cheap. I know the last time that I went, I think it was like $60, and it's 2 days, and they supply all the targets and stuff. Now you do have to, and they'll have some loaner firearms too for people who don't have that, but you got to bring ammo.
Yeah,
22 ammo isn't that bad. I remember when 2013 happened, and it was pretty hard to find ammo, especially 22 ammo, and that's when I learned about the Appleseed thing because people were trying
10 years.
10 years old. That's what I thought it was around 10. I couldn't remember if it was 10 or 12.
Yep.
But I think Cash was 10 when I started taking him. But yeah, I got in with this group of people on Facebook, and it's a rural, tight-knit group.
Yeah.
And we were trying to find ammo for everybody. If you could stop by a store and they had some 9mm or whatever, you grab a box and be like, hey, does anybody need this? Here's the receipt. And then we had like a network that was all around DFW, so it would get muled to you. So you didn't necessarily have to drive to Dallas to meet this person to pick up that ammo. You would PayPal them or whatever, and then like 3 or 4 days later, there would be somebody coming to your area that would just drop it off.
Oh, that's cool.
And because everybody works in different areas and travels and all that kind of stuff. So it was really awesome doing that. And that was a big one, was trying to get 22 ammo. So
I remember
the guys in there were trying to get, take their kids to Appleseed, and that was what they did. They go out there and camp at the range all weekend.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
man.
And good times, dude. Really good times.
That'd be really cool.
Me and Cash actually went through an instructor school there. Ended up we never did any instructing or anything like that, but we do have our certifications to do that.
It's a whole different way of learning how to teach something. That's learn by doing, learn by teaching. Yeah, that's cool. That's really awesome.
And they're teaching you with irons, man.
Yeah,
just peep sights. Then
I have yet to buy a sight for my rifle.
They'll teach you how to hone those things in, how to sight in your rifle, all of it. In a way, they go through everything, and it's awesome. And they have some great history lessons of how America became America too.
Oh, nice. I like that. I feel like a lot of people need to take that, but that's a whole other story.
When they're taking breaks, and they'll tell stories.
Yeah.
These old history stories and stuff. It's
so cool.
Much fun. So much fun.
Nice.
You don't have a sight on your AR?
Nope.
Dang, bro. What are you doing?
I don't need it.
What you got?
Huh?
You got peep sights on there.
Well, I've got the iron sights. Yeah. But no, I don't have a. Sorry. What are you doing? I'm doing the Tommy. No, I learned with the irons and never wanted to get a sight. I can shoot 100 yards, no issue.
Yeah, I can definitely shoot that, but
I got my long rifle for longer than that. So yeah.
I've scopes on most of mine. They're all 1 to 6 or 1 to 8s.
Yeah.
But makes it a little easier, but
makes it easier. Yeah, I guess I could go that route.
Don't get me wrong, man. I can shoot with those irons just as good as I can shoot with those too.
Heck yeah.
And I've got, I don't have a scope on every rifle that I have. Most of them. That's what I go to first, just putting peep sights on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I learned with. So
yeah,
I've always been I've been a pretty good shot most my entire, since like, having a BB gun.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Same here. I've always loved it. Yeah. So what's something new that you're learning? Have you picked up anything new other than this?
This is definitely me learning something new. I was in a band a long time ago, and so I kind of knew what, like, a soundboard or having an amp, all that stuff. Learning the difference between what a powered speaker was, and then having a powered amp that are running the speakers, and what the difference is for that. But this is a game changer on here because everything is digital now.
Yeah, so different.
When I first started, I just kind of grabbed a couple of like Blue Yeti mics, the USB mics that you can get like on Amazon.
Yeah.
And I got it and started kind of playing around and sent them back immediately and was like, yeah, this isn't the route that I want to go. And I just so happened to find a lady on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, you got lucky with that.
So I got super lucky, man. And because I got like $1,500 worth of equipment for like $200. It was used, but
it's great.
It all works.
Yeah.
And then putting my own money into it. But yeah, I'm just trying to make it better. I buy stuff every month that I can.
Yeah.
Just to try to make this a little bit easier on you guys listening. I know my first one. The first 6 minutes of my first podcast is pretty bad because I left the air conditioner running, and that's all. You couldn't hear anything besides the air conditioner. But after you get past that 6 minutes, it's okay.
No, it immediately picked up better. Yeah.
Yeah. Learning those things. Learning about these computer programs is another one.
You're not a big computer guy.
I'm really not very techie, so
yeah.
That's really what I'm getting into right now. Nice. Just I'm trying to put some time into this, but I do want to go back to training again.
Yeah,
taking a bunch of time off, and I'm getting into a better habit with my workouts again. But yeah, I just need to say screw it and start going back and getting it done. I felt better. I felt better when I did it.
That's what I hear from a lot of people when they would stop. They're like, "Oh, I hurt. I'm sore."
Yeah.
Get into class. Come on. It's the best medicine.
It really is. Just keep doing it. I always tell everybody consistency over intensity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Start at your own pace.
You don't have to go 100%.
But get it done. Get in there and get it done.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what I've been doing, man. I'm learning a lot about how my body works.
Yeah.
Whatever I did to my back was I pulled something.
Yeah, you've been playing that a while.
Super internal, and learning
how to work around it.
Basically, learning how to use a part of my body that I'd probably never have used, and that's why I got in this predicament in the first place. And now I'm trying to strengthen all those things, and it is difficult.
Yep.
I want to go back to where I do have balance and position myself in certain ways that I have to think to myself, I can't do this. And that's why I've kind of been a little hesitant about going back to like jiu-jitsu and stuff like that, because I don't want to fall into that whole.
You're in someone else's hands at that point if they go too hard and they're not ready.
And the fact that I do have to still think constantly of how I'm moving, how I'm sitting.
Yeah.
Pretty constant.
Yeah.
So working out is not near the pace that I used to work out at. I used to be, well, you've seen, I was a beast, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I would go in, and I used to go at lunch and do hardcore hip weight training, kettlebell workouts, weight workouts, all sorts of stuff. Then I would get off work and go to Krav and do that sometimes for 2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
Yep. After that, and
it's a full day.
And I would run. So when at lunch, I would run to the gym, which was a mile away.
Jeez.
Get my weight workout in. So work out, about an hour and 15 minutes. Very little breaks, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to get everything in the time limit I had, and then I would run back. Jeez. Yeah. And then in the evenings go to.
Yeah, I never knew you actually ran to the workouts. Jeez.
Yeah. I thought about doing it to Krav a couple of times, but I was like, man, I don't.
There's no sidewalks there.
Yeah, there's
no all grass.
Same, but I would go to the gym right there across the street, though. It wasn't that.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that, like, I'm about to go for 2 hours of just intense.
Walking home is going to, it's going to take you 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would do that. But just trying to get back into it.
Cool.
Getting older, too. Just everything hurts worse.
Yeah, it does. I'm learning that.
But I saw you got a bike, man. Is it just a road bike? How specialized you got?
Yeah, it's specialized. I got that years ago. It's like it was one of the first hybrids. It's like the disc brake. I freaking love that thing. Mm-hmm. So it's a road bike or off road. So
it's like a gravel bike.
Could be, yeah.
Okay, because mine's a gravel bike too. I have a Trek.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like doesn't have the 1-inch tires. It's got the like
a little wider,
1.5. Get a little more air in there, and I do have a suspension fork in the front too.
Yeah.
A little more comfortable, especially on some of these Cleveland roads. And I don't want to talk too much shit or anything, but there's some roads I've been around where it was like, yeah.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
That suspension helped. But also I started doing some like trail bike riding. I suck at that pretty bad.
I feel like I would hit a tree.
It's for some reason it's like going down and then I can't ever come back up because I get a little, I guess, nervous and I don't go as fast down as I need to.
Exactly, yeah.
Because I've fallen and it hurts. It hurts.
And if there's stuff in the way, you hit it.
The very first time I went to the Cleveland State Park, which is probably not. You shouldn't go on your first time trail riding out there. It's really rocky, and it's pretty intense.
Yeah.
It's not for beginners.
Yeah.
And man, I hit some shale and I busted pretty hard. Scraped up my elbow really bad. Luckily, I didn't knock any of my teeth out or anything because I was flying head first.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I just hit some shale and it twisted my front tire and I went straight over the top. So ever since then, like the trail riding, I get a little nervous, but I love taking, going on a street ride.
Yeah.
And I know when I have, it's not, hearing people, they're like, oh man, you got to get like an actual road bike. And I'm always worried about popping a tire or something because of a pothole or this or that's why I got something that's, and I like the fact that I can take it on a trail if I want to and not have to really worry about it. Not any hardcore trails, but.
Yeah. I had taken my truck to go get work done years ago and I took my bike with because I'm like, I'll ride back because it's going to be there for a day or two. Excuse me. So I stop in the park because I have to do a Zoom call on the way back. And I'm sitting on the Zoom call. My bike's just parked right there. And I just hear, psst. Really? Wheel just pops as I'm sitting there. Crap. I didn't have a spare. So I had to walk home with that. Man. Now I carry like spare tubing and all that stuff. But it's just like so random that just sitting there, not doing anything.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Well, one time me and Dale were in Burleson. What's it called? It's right off of Hidden Creek over there. I can't think of the name of the park, but there's some nice.
It's like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I can't think of the name of it right now. But anyway, we're out there, and we're in the back at this point. We'd already kind of went through a bunch of trails, and we were in the very, very back.
Yeah.
And Dale lost a whole, like, the pedal. The whole pedal came off. So he could not pedal his bike. And that's when I was like, I need a tool bag.
Yeah.
And so I got one set up now. It's got all sorts of different stuff in there because I was like, all I need is an Allen wrench and I can put this thing back on. But yeah, that was a long thing because we basically had to, scooter it back.
Oh man.
And it was a few miles that we had to go.
That's rough.
But we got to fix after that. I'll take a toolkit with me everywhere.
There you go.
So. Yeah, that would. Well, it's a learning experience too. I didn't know what I was doing. Everything that I do, I pretty much just jump in with like both feet and like figure it out. And that's the way I've always been. And yeah, that was one of those learned things. But I like bike riding. It's a nice, easy. Well, it's not easy, but it's not as hard on the joints.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the knees and the back and stuff.
Just gotta find a good seat.
Yeah, and it's funny. You would think like, oh, I want like a big padded seat. No, you don't.
You really don't.
That'll rub your legs raw if you get something like that. You need something that's flexible and light, and it's kind of weird that these little bitty rinky dink seats, and you're like, I don't know why is this thing $300 something?
Oh, I know.
And then you sit on one, and you're going, I know why, because it's super comfortable.
Exactly.
It has no padding on it whatsoever. It's just plastic, or I've seen some leather ones that are pretty cool. But I don't know. I'm pretty mid range on all my stuff. I found my bike on Marketplace, and it was a stupid deal, man. Like it was probably like a $1,800 bike, and
nice.
It'd never been ridden. This girl, bought it to ride it, never rode it, and it was sitting in storage, and then she was moving, so.
Damn, I got a good deal.
Yeah, $300.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
that's a good find.
Yeah, it was a stupid find.
Yeah, I did not do that.
Well, Dale went and got a good one too. He went to Trek, and because man, we were riding, and he was riding his trail bike everywhere. So we'd be on the road, and he's riding his trail bike, and I'm like, dude, you gotta get
something different.
You gotta get something different. I was like, you're just wearing yourself out. And then he went and got a nice gravel bike, and he was like, "This is a game changer." It's geared so different,
Yeah.
We've had some good time. We need to start doing that. We need to start going on some like Saturday morning or Sunday morning rides or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Saturday morning they'll does church on Sundays, but maybe we can start doing like Saturday morning rides.
Yeah. I mean, if it's like a week that I don't have EB, I can go anywhere. But if it's a week I have EB, I have one of the back things.
Oh, yeah, you go.
Probably can't go as long, but I can definitely join for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we used to like going riding out there by the lake, which is pretty challenging, too. There's a lot of hills.
Yeah.
A lot of hills.
Yeah.
And mine's let's see, I think it's a 18 speed. So we've got 2 sprockets on the front.
Yeah, I think mine's 18 as well.
Yeah.
Either 15 or 18.
I think Dell's is set up a little different. I can't remember off the top of my head what his is like. It's kind of weird because most of them are pretty much just going to like 12 speed now, where you just got the single sprocket on the front and you get a 12 speed. Sometimes I can't get enough speed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To go up some of those bigger hills. And then I'm on the the lightest gear that I have, and I am pushing it. But it's all right. There's so many things that you can do with those bikes, which is pretty insane.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've got a little speaker attached mine, so when I take her with me, like it's just got like kids music playing for her, and she just looks around and has fun, and we'll just talk. And
I usually just play it on my phone. I have a phone holder. I'll just play some music on there.
It's got a Bluetooth that just it's this big, just attached to the bike, so a little louder.
There you go. One of the things that I kind of want to get into as well is like with my gravel bike is getting it rigged up and doing like camping trips.
Oh yeah.
So you ride most of the day, and then you might stop at a park or this or that.
Yeah.
And then go in and camp, but do kind of like a road trip. But you're camping.
Road trip with a bike.
Yeah. You got a backpack. You got a bunch of gear on your bike and stuff like that. And you're just kind of just going.
Maybe in the fall or the spring.
Well, for sure. I'm going to do it in the summertime. You're glutton for punishment at that point. But so it'd be fun. My nephew's done some stuff like that, and he's got some pretty cool stories about it. And
nice.
And I was like, that would be fun to go do that. Just take like a weekend, do like a backpacking bike trip, I guess.
I'm trying to do the opposite. I'm trying to go in the air now.
Yeah, I know. You're doing your pilot license.
I'm working towards it. It's the coolest fucking thing ever.
I bet it is, man.
To be able to fly a plane, and toot my own horn. I'm good at it. I'm really I get it. I understand it, and it doesn't. You get the couple times where like it'll scare the crap out of you for a second, but when your plane goes like drops like 100 or 200 feet from the turbulence or whatever, but you learn how to handle it, and your instructor's just like, yeah, that's normal.
Yeah.
You learn that, okay, it's
These
normal.
things happen, yeah.
Just like, motorcycles are meant to go forward and stay, upright. Planes are meant to fly forward and keep going up. As long as you're doing everything you're supposed to, it's going to do what you ask it to do. And it's a whole new voyage.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Stupid expensive voyage, but a voyage.
How many hours you got to do?
Minimum 40 to get your license.
Okay, but you got to do more hours after that, don't you?
Yeah, so it's minimum 40, but no one does it in 40. It's usually like my instructor. He's an awesome guy, and he's really teaching me quite a bit in the time that I've done. I'm only at 10 hours, and he explains a lot. Like people our age, it's easier to teach because we're most likely we really want to do this, so we're gonna like take it in.
Yeah.
Kids will do it like 3 days a week, an hour a piece, and be doing the same thing for every day. When I'm going up for a lesson and going to the next thing like 2 or 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing 2 or 3 times a week. That's stupid expensive. But I'm doing like once or twice a month. And it's going to take me a while, but I'm retaining it. I'm enjoying it. It's easy. It really is. There's not a lot to do.
Yeah.
And as long as you pay attention to what you need to, it's really fun and easy. And
I bet it would be just the sights and stuff.
Oh my Lord. So like you've got a bunch of different requirements. You have to get your medical license, not medical license, but you have to pass a medical test to be able to go up in the air. To when you go solo. You go solo around 20 hours. Could be more, but around 20 hours. So you need to pass a medical test, which I passed. It was difficult, but did it. You have to have really good eyesight. You can have your glasses. You got to be able to go through a couple things. They scour through your medical records because you're not just talking to your primary. You're talking to an FAA doctor, and he's scouring through everything, and he wants you to pass, but he'll fail you if he has to.
Yeah.
And there were a couple things we went over that were questionable, but I got it to the point where it was allowed to pass, and so I got that done. Next part is a written test. You don't need that till you get your license, but you can pass it whenever. And then you've got your check ride or check flight, which is like 2 tests in one. You've got a verbal with your instructor about talking about you're going to do a trip, what you're going to do, and then you go up in there and you do maneuvers and stuff. There's not a lot. I mean, there is a lot of maneuvers, but a lot of them are about the same thing. But they're teaching you how to fly or teaching you how to get out of all the bad stuff so you can fly normal. Really.
Yeah.
Landing, a little scary at first, but we went up one time and I think we landed 10, 12 times. Just go up, circle around, land, and just keep doing that. Like you just do repetition, like Krav. That's the only way you're going to learn. And like the big thing people think about is just like, you got to hurry up and land. No. If something doesn't feel right, you don't have to land. You can go down and be like, nope, something's not right. Full power, take off. There's no other plane right there.
Yeah.
If you're set to take off, I mean. But so around 40 hours you can test. But my instructor was telling me he said some people, he did his I think around 60 or 65. That's when he got his. People in the 80s. He had one kid that had like 110. Like that's a lot of hours.
That's a lot of hours.
It's about we usually do about an hour and 15 minutes in the air, which is also time on the ground, like getting the plane prepped and talking and this and that. Comes out to about 3:30 for that lesson.
Gotcha. That's not too bad, I guess.
It's not too bad, but you need 40 minimum of those.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, when you say it like that.
Yeah. So, but oh man, it's so worth it. So you have to. They give you checklists of things you have to do with your instructor, and when you go solo, it becomes a little cheaper because you don't always have to fly with your instructor, which you're paying for their time too. But you still. I asked him, I'm like, do I still work with you? Do I still do things? He's like, absolutely, just not all the time. Okay, cool. Because I can go up and do solo for a couple hours of just landings. I don't know what the rules are yet of that because we haven't gotten to there, but there's certain things you can do and can't do solo. But you have to do night flights, which are awesome, by the way. You have to do cross country. I say that because it's 50 miles. Like that's what they determined cross country. So we did. We didn't quite do one yet, but we're gonna fly down to. I told him I'm like because he's going commercial. He got a job with an airliner. He's just waiting a couple months to start. And I told him like I want to fly down to Fredericksburg. I'm like for our cross country. It's probably gonna be an hour. Because that's 100 something miles down that way. But there's a cafe right there, literally at the airport. So I was like, let's go to lunch, Fredericksburg, and then fly back. Cool, perfect. So, but cross country, you only have to go 50 miles. You have to do a couple amount of those. You have to do a certain amount of hours of night flights. You have to do landings. You have to. Still a bit. I'm learning exactly what I need to do, but there's a lot. But it's all the same thing. Night flights versus day flight, very different. During the day, it's just like you see stuff, properties, this and that. But at night, you see all the lights.
Yeah.
You appear like you're going faster. And landing, depending on the airport you go to, hopefully they have lights.
Yeah, hopefully they have a lot of lights.
Supposedly there's like airports that don't have lights. But he was telling me, too, that some airports, I don't know if it's all or whatever have lights. If you hit the mic like 8 times or something like that, it'll make the lights brighter for you. Like,
that's
really
cool.
So I want to test that out with them. But man, it's fun.
I bet it is.
I just like one day to be able to go rent a plane.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy one. You can rent planes.
Yeah.
And then just I want to go down to Fredericksburg for lunch, or I want to go fly down to Houston, or fly out to wherever.
Yeah.
So
that'd be pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So once I get my license, I can fly with 3 people. So
yeah, but then too, the cost probably goes down quite a bit. Then, well, for one, you got time that you're taking out of it.
Yeah.
But if you do want to just like go somewhere real quick.
Yeah. And it's
take a trip and then get back, and you're like, man, we would have been in the car all day long. Had to pay for multiple tanks of gas. You just get in a plane.
Yeah, and if you get a good tailwind, you go even faster.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like you pay for the cost of the plane and fuel when you rent it, and you're only paying for the plane when it's on, like the engine's running.
Yeah.
So if I were to, let's say, go to Fredericksburg for 3 days, and it's parked there for 3 days, I'm not paying for it.
Okay.
You're just paying for the time. And now probably a rental fee for
I was gonna say
to park it there.
Yeah.
But usually the rentals, you're only paying for the time that you have.
Gotcha. Yeah,
that you're
it's all
using
about hours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not like Enterprise where like everyone needs a cars. Not everyone's renting a plane.
Yeah, that's true. Makes sense.
But I've also looked into what would it be like to own a plane.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
It's not bad.
I was going to say, I've heard you talk about that before, and a couple other people, and I was kind of surprised at how it really wasn't that expensive.
Yeah, so like I've thought about, so before I had Evie, I was ready to get my Mustang. I wanted my Mustang, and I wanted I wanted one with balls.
Like a Cobra? Yeah.
Exactly. Something that, $85,000 car. Had Evie, I can't do that. I got to be responsible. Let's have a different car. I know. I could have put a car seat in it, but
right.
Then I'm like, okay, now I pay off my car whenever that is. I'm like, do I want to get my Mustang or do I want to get a plane? You can find decent planes, older ones, for $40,000, $50,000. Not bad.
That's not bad.
Hangars, I think at Cleburne, it's $150 a month. I mean, yes, expensive, but not bad.
I was going to say that's what it's going to cost to park an RV or something, probably.
Exactly. It's a little bit more than that. And then fuel. Insurance is about $900 a year. The part that gets you is every year your plane has to be recertified.
Yeah.
And I think that's like $5,000 to $6,000. So it's that's where it kind of gets you.
That's where they get you.
But I mean, if you got a solid plane, it's kind of pays for itself, and it doesn't really pay for itself. It's a horrible investment, but
yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
No. It pays for the enjoyment. I mean, really.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To be able to get up in a plane and just go somewhere, and that would be really cool.
Well, I know between like Godley and Crescent too, there's like a little airport out there. They have their own little strip, and there's like houses, and they have their own hangars and stuff. That's pretty cool.
But yeah, my dad always, my stepdad or my dad, he always teases me about, hey, I found this property with a hangar.
Yeah.
Like, I know, but I can't spend, $1.5 million on this house.
Oh, come on, John. You can do it.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be cool. One day, I got my bike, I got my car, I got a truck, and I got a plane. I don't care too much about boats. I don't need a boat. I don't like deep water.
Yeah, just get it. Just hang out with Blake. He's got a boat.
There you go. Yeah.
Just find a buddy with a boat.
Yeah.
Man, that's what I need to do. I just need to find. I need to get a friend. You need to get a plane. So then I got Blake with the boat. I got you with the plane.
Yeah. And that, hey, I love to have fun, think about the zombie apocalypse. I'm like, got a plane.
Yeah. There you go.
Where do we want to go?
I got a Jeep. We can go four-wheeling.
Heck yeah.
Nah, man, God, that does seem like a lot of fun.
It's worth a shot.
I've been wanting to get a car since I drive to Fort Worth almost every day now. So I was my midlife crisis was kind of starting to take over because I was like, I want a 4-door just to make we could go on trips or whatever too. But I was also like, what if I get like a charger?
There you go.
Like
have fun.
Like a charger with a V8 in it.
Yeah.
Soup it up a little bit and have fun with it.
Or is there an airport near your work?
No.
Damn. Say, get one near your work. Get a golf cart and then just
that
fly back and forth.
I think you'd get more use out of the car.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought about it. Probably not going to get one, but I've never had like a fast car.
Oh man, I've had a couple Camaros, like older ones, like 91s and 92s. Still, you got to do it.
Yeah, I know. I've driven some fast cars. It's so much fun.
They've got some new Chargers coming out that look like I saw a commercial the other day, and I'm like, that actually looks and sounds pretty good.
I saw the new ones at the dealership here in town.
Yeah,
the Lone Star dealership, but they were all electric. And I was like,
I don't like that.
Yeah, and apparently they're making like 2-door Chargers and 4-door Chargers. So, which is different because that was kind of cool too that you can get a 2-door one. But I think they're all electric. And I was like, I don't know if they're going to come out with the ones that are gas, and which is a little upsetting.
Well, I was talking to someone,
and I might be wrong, y'all.
Maybe they just sound like they're gas.
Yeah, I mean that's a thing too.
Yeah, I was talking to someone at Ford, and I was just like, okay, I'm not getting my Mustang right now, but 4 years down the road, are they still gonna have gas? And I guess the CEOs come out and said there will always be a Mustang with gas.
Yeah, because I noticed that Mustang did come out with their electric,
the E-Mach or whatever. Don't call it a Mustang.
I know. I was like, that's not a Mustang. That's like,
no.
It's like a small minivan. It's like, or a crossover. You know what I mean? Like I was that's not a Mustang. Yeah. Come on, guys, get it right. Just name it something else. Just name it something else.
Yep.
But is there anything else you want to talk about?
Oh man, it's thanks for having me on. This is
I'm glad to have you, man. You got a cool story, and
Thank you.
I always enjoy talking to you. And I figured
Absolutely,
this is cheaper than going to Chili's.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man. No, I appreciate you having me on, and talking about some big stuff. And I appreciate what you're doing. Like seeing everyone that you're getting on here. It's cool to hear their stories and just
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I love to talk to people, and
and you keep it real. Like it's talk about whatever.
Yeah, I can talk about just about anything.
Yeah.
And I love it. And if it wasn't for y'all though, it wouldn't be what it is. Yeah. So kudos to you and everybody else.
No, yeah, we love
come
helping
on
you, man.
and people that are coming on. I'm very appreciative of that and sharing their story and being a little vulnerable, on here where being in front of
I'm used to being behind
tens of people,
Yeah. You're gonna come up to 20 here soon. It sounds like you got a good lineup. So
yeah, it's getting there, and there's more and more people watching, and I don't know. I hope I'm trying to do it for the good, and let people know that there's a lot of good, cool things and a lot of good, cool people that are in this town that we live in and the surrounding areas. And, I want to get it out there, and I want to protect it, and I want people to get their stories out. So,
heck yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome, brother.
Man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, everybody.